What's up, everybody? From First We Feast, I'm Sean. Wait, that's not right. Oh, hi, hello. Um, I didn't see you there. Yeah. 'Twas a week before Christmas, and all through the house, I was trying to create a video. Something that rhymes with house. Now forget it. Just run the intro. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to OnMyX, where we talk about all things Xbox with a major focus on Halo. I'm your host, AyyPlus, and today I'm joined by the multi-talented FPS lover known as King Filthy. Filthy, welcome to the show, bro.
My dude, hey, welcome, AyyPlus, man. Just to start off, guys, my buddy Josh, praises to my guy, man. I appreciate it. Keeping Halo alive, dude. The heartbeat of Halo's super good. So let's get it, dude. I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Now, before we begin, obviously we're going to talk about a lot of Halo and everything, but I kind of want everyone to know about you because, unlike myself, I went to school with you, so I know all about your AM1 basketball and you creating music and living overseas, everything like that. Now you're streaming video games. Like, what kind of throughout your journey, what brought you to streaming? Like, how did that all come to fruition?
Cool. Good question. So, I've always been into video games. Kind of, I don't know. You already know, since diapers, we all were.
Right. Yeah.
But before the online thing was big, I always found myself getting into a little bit of competitive type mindset with these games. So, it went from, of course, Mario, Donkey Kong, Sonic, like we all played. Then I went kind of nuts when I found these shooters. So first shooter I got to was I think one of the first ones that I fell in love with was like 007.
I was hoping you'd say that. Classic.
You already know when GoldenEye hit, dude. It was the biggest multiplayer experience of all time, and started freaking people out. And not only that, the Nintendo 64 was revolutionary anyway. Let's throw that out there.
Yep.
But yeah, man. So as soon as the shooter started getting nuts, I also played Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark was also a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, but I went as soon as Halo hit, dude. It was over, and I just remember being able to system link and being able to grab your backpack and put it in put your giant ass black Xbox into the backpack and take it to your buddy's crib with the cords and order pizza, and it was on from since then. And I didn't really even know at the time as a kid that Halo had a competitive scene yet, because like if you weren't up to date on that, you might not have known that Halo had a huge competitive scene already right when it was around. Now I got around Halo, I got on one, loved one, and that's when we were trailing the backpacks and trailing the Xboxes everywhere, to garages and to parties and just to the basements. I remember me, my buddy Joe Howard, and my little brother Chaston, who just playing for ungodly amounts of hours. I found it getting in the way of my schooling a little bit, but I never ever took it competitive as much as I'd love to, which is why I'm so glad you invited me to the podcast, because the first time I'm ever going to be able to take Halo on as serious as I've always wanted to take it is in 2020. So
yeah, absolutely.
I'm so geeked to get in the scene. I'm really excited that I jumped in the scene because I've only been streaming for, I'd say, maybe 3 years or so, give or take. And that's on and off too. That's not as consistent. That's not with a nice stream schedule at all. I literally just got to my stream schedule. I'm still horrible at it. So I'm still a baby when it comes to streaming, and I just fell in love with seeing what I was seeing on Twitch. I couldn't believe that video games had such a life on the internet. I never thought, and it was crazy when we got online, period, to be able to play with people online, period. Not only that, you could go right to your hometown or right down the street from your hometown, and there would be people that you looked up to, heard about, went to school with, played basketball, just people you would not even believe how talented these dudes are on the sticks, on the controller.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
it's been like, because when we were growing up, it turned into video games or something that you're wasting time, you need to be outside or you need to be doing this. And now, like,
school.
You have people like Booga,
working.
who's a
Yeah,
16-year-old who won $3
yeah.
million at the Fortnite World Cup, and
Didn't his parents, not to
it's
interrupt, didn't his
phenomenal.
parents have to sign for that?
No, because he was signed by an org, but he in the
Okay,
end he did only get about 900K because of taxes, org money, like things like that. But
still though,
yeah, absolutely. Like
you
but
already know.
like kind of going back to Twitch, that's money becomes an issue because a lot of people look at Twitch as like a dream job. They're like, oh my god, I can play video games, I can make money, everything.
Right.
And I feel like people start with the intention of making money, and that's a lot of people's downfalls. But when I watch your stream, it seems like you're not about that. Like you literally just love playing games and hanging out with your community. So like what helps you do that to where you're not focusing on the money. So it's like your streams live through your community instead.
Right. Well, I think now I'm gonna keep it real. Let me be 1,100,000,000% honest. If I would have known about Twitch when I really was loving these video games, like I love them now, but I was so bonkers about them back in the day. Every single one of them, every one of them. It doesn't matter what platform, what system. I'm talking about. I was completely head over here. I'm more than girlfriends. I loved
I
these
feel.
games.
I feel.
Yeah, dude. I know you do because I remember, man. And I don't know what it was, man. I think it was maybe the connectivity with my friends and the homies and maybe with complete strangers. Just being able to do that from my kiddom. I'd say from like maybe 10, 11, and that's about the time I'm talking about communication wise in video games where you're like, oh my God, there's everybody's playing this stuff.
Right.
And it didn't get to the point where, and thank God for games like Halo and for Fortnite and GoldenEye
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that, because these games brought everybody together, which is the point
Absolutely.
about, and
Absolutely.
that's what video games, yeah, that's what the dude who runs Nintendo, if anybody knows anything about Nintendo, because I'm a giant, if you can't tell from behind me on my stream, I'm a giant Nintendo fan, like we're all Nintendo babies. And I'm an Xbox fan too, but it started off with Nintendo and all that stuff with me. And it was I don't know if it was the characters, but I'm pretty sure it was just the community and just chilling. Because I remember even playing Mario Party with my mom and dad. A small little quick
Yep.
story,
Yep.
reminiscing. Me, my mom, my dad, and my little brother Chasten were sitting in the living room, and I don't remember if we were in Indiana or North Carolina, but
Mm-hmm.
we were really young, and we were playing I think Mario Party 4 or 5, and Chasten got so mad at me, and I was stunting on him so hard in the game, and my mom and dad were laughing so hard, and I got so many stars at once. My mom and dad were sitting on the couch, and I was sitting on the floor in front of them, and Chasten was sitting in the middle of the couch. He got so mad at me, he horse kicked me in the back in front of my parents.
I
That's
believe
how
it. I
hardcore
believe
these
it.
videos,
Yeah.
and yeah, and it wasn't like, household wasn't really like that, but it was just and he got in trouble and everything, but it was just some real, like, that's how gaming was. That shit was emotional. Losing and
Right.
winning became emotional.
Mm-hmm.
And like back to the Halo scene, that's Halo. When I was watching those guys play Halo, just to bring up a few names, when I was watching Walshy and the twins and um, both twins, you already know Ogres and Roy and all of them,
Mm-hmm.
Lunchbox, shout out to both of them. Just Snipe Down, Pistola. We get on to the further go ahead and get to the little bit of future Halo.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, it got crazy.
Yeah.
It was the coolest
It's wild.
thing I've ever been. And I was just a viewer. I've never met one of these guys. I've never talked to any of these guys besides now on Twitch. In the last 2 years, I've
Mm-hmm.
gotten to literally talk to Brett. I know Brett's name, Nated. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know him personally at all. But what a cool dude to keep Halo pumping. And that's why I give you props too, AyyPlus, because man, dude, if nobody's gonna put it out there and play it no more, it's gonna die.
Yeah, I mean,
And Halo will never die.
it's all about community, and like I know,
Yeah.
I know Nated was doing he was doing a stream for a while, where he was playing Halo like every day of the year, like he did like 365, and then he would, I've been watching a stream for a long time. What he's doing right now is phenomenal. For people that don't know, Nated, he's a previous Halo pro, and he's been grinding Halo for God knows how long, and he's surpassed 10,000 subs on Twitch, which is top 25. He's ahead of people like Dr. Lupo, One, like stuff like that. 10,000.
See, I didn't even
subs.
know that.
Yeah.
I did not even know
just
the numbers on dude.
Just playing Halo. So it's like, you know, it's all about community. Like I play video games, you know, because I was in the Marine Corps. My little brother's in the Air Force. You know, my dad lives 600 miles away, and that was our way of hanging out. But it was just growing up, everyone's out partying, doing things, and I'm in my room playing Halo 3. You know, like I'm
right.
Like I'm
For
like,
sure.
hey, what,
missing
like,
out on
know,
a lot.
Yeah, well, see, like I thought at the time, I was like, maybe I'm missing out on something, but I love those days. They were like, they're gold to me. So
yeah, dude.
like, you know, we've been around Halo for a long time, but like back in the 2007 2008 days, like getting online, watching Straight Ripping and Triggers Down, battling for championships, like Halo had an esports scene that was so strong. I had Dr. Pepper bottles in my room with Snipe Down.
Halo?
It was Snipe. It was
that's insane.
Snipe Down, Elamite Warrior, Too Legit, and T2. Like I had all their Dr. Pepper bottles. It was crazy. But now we don't really have that, like that the Halo esports scene with everything.
We need the push.
Yeah, well, what do you think it's going to take to get that push to bring Halo back to the forefront and put it on the main stage?
I'm going to keep it real. I think, to be honest, I think they know what they're doing with Infinite. And if Infinite has the hype and can keep the hype that it has and has had this whole time, everything has bad publicity. Okay? Everything. So I don't care about negative or positive remarks, even though I want to read and see the positive ones more than negative ones. The negative ones are just people that are feeling a little salty. I don't know. I saw that the people walked off the Halo Infinite thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It happens.
It's hard because it's like, you know, nowadays, like people, you know, everyone sees Halo as like, it's like that okay boomer meme. Like everyone sees Halo as like the older game and everything like that. So it's like when you talk about something that's coming out next year, and we haven't even seen any gameplay of it really. But they had to create an entire new engine to create this game. So the Xbox Series X, it's going to be released with it next December. It's supposed to be 4 times more powerful than the Xbox One X. Now where that's going to be with PCs at the time, we don't know, but I feel like if it bridges the gap at all, like I feel like for Halo to come back and be on the main stage, it has to have a scene in the PC community. Like it has to be strong on computer. Like granted, whether you want to play with mouse and keyboard or a controller on computer, I feel like it has to be on computer, because now you got my 2 nephews both have gaming computers in their room playing Fortnite, and they're like 10 and 7. You know, like they're just, it's everyone monsters. Is on computer nowadays. Like I mean, they might think they're monsters, but Uncle Josh will slap them up. Let's not get it twisted.
Right.
But,
let's get
you know, so but I mean, like let's talk about a little bit of the pro scene, and not just the pro scene, but like also the content creators, like right now, because you know, we're doing what we can to keep Halo alive and keep the hype going. Who are some of your favorite like professionals right now, or content creators, like if people that are interested in Halo, who do they need to be watching in order to like actually get the content?
Okay, cool. Now if anybody would ever love to get like just a jolt, a complete, now montages are a thing, okay, but I know Josh, probably AyyPlus, probably remembers this, but there was a thing back in the day called Chris Puckett's MLG top 10 videos of the week. And if the thing with Chris Puckett and his MLG top 10 videos, when he did the Halo series, man, I tell you, it was just, you know, it started down from 10 to 1 to the best, you know, maybe the hypest clip. And it was just the dopest clips you've ever seen. And it was everybody's names. And not only that, he would plug your name on the screen and show your clip, and man, and not only that, but he would commentate over it as if he was watching football.
Yep. It was
it's the shit.
It was really
cool. And that's what we got to bring back, is literally Halo is missing. Halo's got its heartbeat, dude, but it needs a jolt of energy into it. And I know that after what the information, you got to go do the information. You know, you got to pull the information for the new Halos. Like, I know I'm just pumped for Infinite, not to get off subject.
No, you're good.
But I know the pros are excited for Infinite as well, because like you said, mouse and keyboard and computer, it's just the future. You're gonna like Halo started on computer, and now it's back to where it came from.
Yeah, and that's the
No,
thing is like a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to play on mouse and keyboard. Like I play
yeah,
a lot of my games on my computer because I get better frame rates, I get better graphics and things like that. But I use a controller. It's like,
yeah,
a lot of people are like,
and that's a choice you
oh,
have, correct?
exactly, it is absolutely.
Exactly,
People are like, hey,
it's a
let's
choice.
play mouse and keyboard or something. I'm like, I've been playing on controller for 15 years. Like if you're
Right.
if I'm Michael Jordan, LeBron James or whatever, and I'm practicing a jump shot for 15 years, I'm not
Are
just
you
gonna
gonna
switch
switch
it
it
up
up?
randomly. Like I'm gonna keep that stroke. I'm gonna keep that shot. So it's
Exactly.
like a couple getting back to like people in the scene right now. Just a couple people I want to shout out. Definitely
Yep.
Naded because he is holding it down. I want to
Right.
shout
Shout
out
out to
Green
Greg.
Skull. Green Skull is doing really
Okay.
well. I love him on Mixer and YouTube.
Mhm.
And Mint Blitz, he's actually a
Oh,
content.
Mint. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
so
Mint,
glad you
man.
said Mint, baby.
He's cracked, bro.
People be
Cracked. I
hating
love
on
his
Mint and they
clips.
need to quit. I say that on my Twitch.
See,
Just
people
stop hating on Mint. He has great content, and this dude
dude,
he hits some sick
he hits
clips.
the shots, bro. Like
Jesus, and he talks to his community, man.
he does,
Shout
he
out to Mint.
does. I love him. And
Yeah.
he's an Australian YouTuber for people that don't
Yep.
know. He's part of Straight Ripping Content Team, which is awesome. That
Cool.
would be
I
like a
didn't know
dream of mine.
That's sick.
It's yeah, so it's
What about Summit 1G?
so that's another thing I wanted to talk about is like the negativity in the community is like
Okay.
Summit wants to play Halo. Like he's been posting
Yes.
about it. He's like, hey, I want to play Halo, but my chat doesn't
Bro,
like it. And
hey, not to interrupt, you gave me
Mhm.
chills just now. Summit is playing with the best of the pro players in Halo history right now. That's dope as shit.
yeah, he's playing
is
that,
so
that
awesome.
tournament's going on right now. My boy Eric
Yep.
Rona,
And
fellow Hoosier, from
oh,
Indiana.
shout out to Snipe Down
Shout
Eric
out.
Rona, baby.
Yep.
Pistola, let's go. Name them all out.
Yeah, man.
And now let's start. There we go. Here's the hype part of Halo, man. Is where you got and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Everybody that I'm about to shout out is a MVP in Halo. To me, every person. I don't care what they did for Halo. These people that I'm about to mention are MVPs in Halo for me. Okay, and in no particular order at all, because they're all just fucking nasty dudes and chicks and players. You feel me?
Yeah,
Now, mind you guys, I'm still new to the player part. So females, I apologize. I don't know too many Halo female players. But other than that, I know they're out there. I know you guys are out there, so shout out to you guys. Other
Shout
than
out to
that
Jen.
though,
Yeah.
yeah,
Go
for
ahead.
sure. I know
Yeah.
you know a lot. Yep. But other than that, let's start going. I love APG. What a hustler.
Okay.
What a
Okay.
Halo hustler.
Yep.
Oh my God. APG be going off the chains and knocking shit out. Mickwin, okay, also playing with Snipe Down and Pistola that one year was too nuts to watch. Okay, content creators, and when I say this, I know that some of these players and people that I mentioned are going to be more players than content creators and stuff. I don't
Yeah,
know
no,
who
do your
necessarily
thing.
yeah, makes the YouTube videos, but like let's shout out one dude that I do know who makes some Halo videos. Is Execrated and Furion. So shout out to those dudes on
Furion,
Twitch.
yep, OG,
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
These dudes are nuts when it comes to making videos, and they're dope when it comes to playing games too. But just to shout out some names on the Halo, like T2. Now, if you can, I know you know T2. How
I
is
do,
this
I
and
do.
why?
Well, so back
That's kind of
in
amazing.
back in 2011, I was in the Marine Corps and I was living in California, and I had three of my buddies who we all grew up, playing video games together, come out to my house, and they stayed at my house for like 2 months. So we were going to Vegas and like just hanging out in Cali and everything. And I went and bought a 3-month, and I was like, man, I'm good at this game. I just want to be in like I just want to like play with some pros. So the very first one was Roy Borg. Shout out Roy, him and his
Roy.
twin Lunchbox. They're some
Lunch.
goats.
Let's go.
But I sent Roy a message and I was like, hey, I'll give you this 3-month for some game time. And like I instantly got a game invite. And I came into a party and like Roy, Lunchbox, Ninja, Chig.
No.
Yeah, bro. I got the videos and everything.
The twins and the ninja were there?
Oh yeah, dude. Back when Ninja was on Liquid, like his
Yeah.
name was it was like Ninja TB like, or
Yep.
TB
Something
Ninja
like
Liquid,
that.
something like that. Yeah. Yeah, like, you know, the god of gaming right now. That dude's making moves. Shout out, because he came out. Shout out to Ninja, because he just came out with a shoe with Adidas, and as much as people are
Yeah,
trying to hate
I
on
saw
that,
it
a gamer is collaborating with Adidas.
with
Like, he
Adidas.
made
Thank
a
you.
shoe, bro. Like,
Thank you.
anyway.
Thank you.
So I got invited to that, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, I'll send you the 3 month right now, and he's like, no, don't worry about it. We just needed an eighth. And I ran games with these boys for like 6 hours that night. I got like,
Dude, I know that made
it
your
was,
fucking day,
it
dude.
made my life. Like, it was, you know, they were like, I got some of them added onto my Xbox account. Everything was dope. And then so like fast forward a little bit, T2, I got in some games with him, and I ended up going into his stream. I have that first badge on T2's stream, because I was like one of the first people to ever like sub to him and whatnot. And
Awesome.
so he
I
knew
just
me,
popped
and
in there like 2 weeks ago on T2 stream. He's still grinding it out.
yeah, he's hitting it. But
He was dope on Apex.
yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. Like, I went in, and we ended up playing League of Legends together, Halo.
Oh, he
and, like,
leagues too?
Yeah, he does.
Cool.
But we ended up playing some stuff together, and he was selling some stuff of his, and he was selling some Astro A40 tags from the 2008 championship, which is like I don't want to say it's like a huge part of my life, but like I watched those tournaments like crazy back in the day when MLG.com and MLG.tv was big. They used to have these things called like the top 10 videos of the week. I have 3 montages on YouTube. One of them has 33,000 views because it got hosted by Air Guitar. I don't know if you remember Air Guitar, but so it was FB Walshy FTW and Air Guitar 901 were like the big channels on YouTube for montages. Well, we put one of them up, and it got hosted on the MLG top 10. It was number 8. Yeah, it was number 8. So like my name kind of got out there then, and I got a hold of T2, and I was like, hey man, I was like, you know, I really like, I want those tags, like, you know, can you send them to me, whatever, let's work something out. And he's like, yeah, I'm here in Vegas. And I was like, bro, I was like, that's 2 hours away from me, I can just come pick him up and you don't have to like do that. He's like, dope. So he DM'd me his phone number, his address, and all that stuff, and I got in my car and drove out there. And little did I know, instead of just like stopping by and picking something up, he was like, hey, let's take a bunch of pictures, I'm gonna sign a bunch of stuff, let me add you on Xbox, I'm having a LAN. He's like, I'm having a LAN in a couple weeks where a bunch of the boys are coming out, you should come, like all this stuff. And it just kind of kept rolling from there. So
that's insane.
We're not like best friends.
Right.
He won't know me by name, he'll know me by AyyPlus, but it's just super cool that like that happened. And I have, you know, like I've got just to show everybody that's watching on YouTube, you know, I've got this signed by him. I've got a patch on my wall over here that's that he gave me, but he's a super cool guy. I couldn't believe, you know, like I couldn't believe that he would treat like nobody's, you know, like that. I loved it. But
him as a caster too, man. He's
really good. Him and Kyle are really good.
He's an awesome caster, bro.
Yeah,
I loved him in Element.
I agree. Yeah, it was.
I love them.
Yeah,
they're not the best,
great,
but
man.
they're just perfect. They're Halo, dude.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Hey, and you know what? To mention big things that happened to you in Halo. This happened to me a while ago with a Halo player that I know when I say this name, okay, and I've been waiting to say this name for a while, and it's not Master Chief, okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and let the jitters out. Shout out to Master Chief, baby. But when I say this name right here, man, this dude was one of the main reasons that I came back and decided to pick up the Twitch, period. This guy right here that I mentioned. And for some reason, I'm going to keep it unknown. It's probably because of, you know, just personal life reasons, choices. He took some time off and he took a step back out of the, you know, just social media scene, period, including streaming. So I just want to shout out to Campy Vids right now. Because Campy,
bro, yeah.
Campy is one of the most like prized people that we have in the Halo community. And I know that everybody feels the same way about Camp that they feel about Ninja and Doc and Shroud.
Yep.
Campy was just completely gamer, hardcore, all about his community, doesn't care about a buck. And he was the one who really gave me the motivation to do what I'm doing with the zoo. Cause I was building the zoo, just to bring up the zoo, shout out the zoo and shout out all the animals real quick. I just built the zoo because I figured every, animals animals get along and make it work all the time. Circle of life, you guys already know Hakuna Matata. So I figured, bam, let's make, and everybody's got an inner animal. So bingo, and that's where it came from. And I know that everybody's got their inner beast, and it doesn't matter if it's elephant or if it's seahorse. You feel me?
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's
Definitely
all the
shout out
same,
Campy.
baby.
So, like, quick side
Yeah,
story before we move on to the next topic.
yeah.
Campy and Dutchy actually were both,
Mm,
really good
Dutch.
montage kids, or really good Halo players. But shout out to Chance Donata, Hoix. He's my buddy. He was my neighbor actually when we were living in LaPorte. He's the one that taught me how to play Halo. Like, I am good at Halo because of him. I sat
Doesn't
and
him.
and this kid is like 6 years, 5 or 6 years younger than me, but he was cracked out of his mind when he was young, dude. And
Yeah,
he taught me how to play. But he was friends with Campy and Dutchy and would get in games with them all the time. And I couldn't hang with the kids, so I wouldn't play. But definitely shout
yeah,
out those guys. They were
yeah.
they're
Can't be
definitely,
hosting.
yeah.
Can't be hosting me, bro.
That's dope. That's dope.
Can't be hosting me, and it freaked me out, dude. It gave me the chills and everything.
That's
I got the.
awesome.
It was just so cool to have him hit me with the host. So yeah, shout out to Camp. Also shout out to Vito. Shout out to Eli X. You feel me?
Yep.
Just shout out to everybody. Shout out to the coaches of Halo as well, like alumni, and and Royal Two. Royal Two's a badass player too. I forgot to mention Royal Two. Boo Boo Doo. Don't ever get it twisted on Boo Boo. What a nasty, nasty human being.
Hey,
And
everybody
then
really, man. Like, anybody
yeah,
that's
dude.
making Halo content, like, shout out to you,
Yeah,
because
let's get it,
you
dude.
guys are
Oh,
helping
and
us, like,
hey,
keep it alive,
remember
man.
single Halo clips too.
Yep.
Si-
Yep.
Single Halo clips is also doing really,
Yep,
really
single
dope
Halo
stuff.
clips on Twitter. Check that out. But
Yep.
speaking of single Halo clips, has been like posting a lot of stuff about Reach, obviously, because it just had its relaunch on Xbox and Steam, which it didn't create ripples, man. It created tidal waves throughout the Halo
Tidal
community.
waves.
Like, it was insane. So, like, I mean, they've sold over 2 million copies. I couldn't find the exact numbers because
Damn,
it said 2 million to 5 million, so it's somewhere around there. The first
I
day
bought
it had
one.
140,000 concurrent viewers on Twitch. Like, that's a lot.
Mm.
It's actually, like, I'll bring up a graph on screen for those of you watching on YouTube. As you can see, like, it peaked here at 140,000, and it's kind of gone down. We're it's averaging about like 16 to 20,000, on the daily. And a lot of people are saying Halo back, but would you say, like, maybe we're just in a little bit of a honeymoon phase right now, or do you think we're going to be able to keep it going?
Um, to be real, man, I still want to see, like you said, man. Where's Dr. Pepper? Where's the MLG? I need it all. We need it all. We don't need them. It's just cool to work with them. Like you said, I would love to see another Snipe Down Mountain Dew or Pepsi bottle, baby, or Coke
Bring it
bottle.
back.
I
Bring
wouldn't
it back.
mind it, and it only for the simple fact to get it to the people who really don't know that there's some dude from Indiana right now killing everybody on Xbox right now, and he's playing PC now, which is
Absolutely.
really cool.
Yep.
But I'm sure he's playing PC with controller.
Oh, he is. He is. He's cracked out
Oh,
at He's
Snipe Down
cracked.
ain't
Yeah.
switching it up, baby.
Nah,
Like
no.
you said about the jump shot. Why
Hmm.
change it up, baby?
Yep. So yeah,
No need.
I mean, Halo definitely has received a jolt from
Yeah,
this release on PC. Like, I've played it; it's so smooth, and
it's awesome.
after playing it on PC, like, it's hard to go play it on Xbox because it's like,
Yeah.
I'm getting so many frames and it's so smooth. It's like it's really
I'm
rough.
envious.
So
I'm super envious of you guys. That's what I'm saying. I can't wait to get the PC and see what it's like. But to be honest, after watching some of the pros and some of the semi pros and just up and coming Halo players play it on PC, there is mixed reviews about the controller versus mouse and keyboard. Now I'm sure Halo can figure that out. I'm sure
well, they've already
Halo
released
can
a couple updates. They've 343 has already released a couple updates to where they made it to where mouse and keyboard has I don't want to say a little bit of aim assist, but they made it so it's a little easier to aim with it. And
yeah.
if shout out
There you go.
Hysteria, because I've been
Hmm.
watching him play, and he's going back and forth between
Is
the
he on
two.
PC?
And he's on PC, but he's going back and
Okay.
forth between controller, mouse, and keyboard, and he's just
Mhm.
like, you couldn't tell a difference. The dude, like,
Wow.
people that are good at video games are good at video games, and
Period.
that, like,
Right.
I'm probably gonna rustle some feathers here, but, like, the people that are sitting here on, it's a lot of younger kids. I get it because, you didn't grow up with Halo like we did, but you're not getting beat at Halo right now because someone's using a controller. You are getting beat at Halo because these guys have been playing Halo for 15 years. We know
Tell
how
them
to
right.
set up maps. We know how to time power-ups. We know,
Yep.
like, it's Halo is a lot more brain than it is your sticks, man. Like,
No
it's a
joke, dude.
team game. So, like, you're
Shout out,
mad,
yeah.
you wanna be like, hey, I'm just getting beat because of controller. Like, these kids are goaded at this game, like
He's not kidding, y'all.
the original esport. Like,
Yeah,
but
dude.
anyway, like, since we're talking about PC, I know you've been talking about going to PC for a while. For everyone that's listening that doesn't know, Filthy plays exclusively on Xbox right now. But when Infinite drops, do you plan on kind of going to PC? You gonna stay with the Xbox One, the Series X? What's your plans there?
Okay, well, to be honest, I'm just now, like I said, Filthy's a little computer illiterate. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to it, I'm just now picking up bits and pieces. And shout out to my buddy, a Disco Pirate, and my brother, Ice Cream Coney. You guys make sure to follow them on Twitch.
Shout out
That's Ice
Chaston.
Cream.
Yep.
Hell yeah! Shout out to Chaston, and shout out to Chaston's friend Ricky G. Ricky Lawson. That's a good friend of me and AyyPlus's.
Mayday
This
Rick,
dude,
boys.
yeah, this dude, we had to make mention of Ricky. This dude is from where we're from. He's just amazing when it comes to Halo.
Yeah,
But yeah,
quick shout out to not to
yeah,
cut you off, but quick shout out to Ricky. He's the only person I can never beat in my town. I trashed
yeah.
everybody
I
except for
can't be
Ricky.
Ricky either.
Ricky actually went to a GameStop tournament when we were younger and ended up going to the finals in New York in an FFA, and he lost to SK, the captain of Triggers, down by like 2 or 3 kills. Like, he almost
Yep.
won 50 grand,
Yep.
and he lost to a pro. The kid's goat. Like, he's a goat. Not a lot
Yep.
of people know him because he doesn't make content or anything, and nowadays
Yeah.
you have to make content to get your name out there. But don't get it twisted. Like,
Yeah.
Ricky's
This is
crazy
an
on the
Halo a
sticks.
Halo
Yeah,
underdog.
absolutely.
Yes.
So,
But yeah, man.
go ahead.
And then to just to bring up the what's really cool, man, is Halo Reach, dude. When Halo Reach came out, okay, when Halo Reach came out, I was nutty, dude. I couldn't believe that we had. Let's go through the abilities that you can choose from. Okay, listen. The best part about these video games, guys, is the choice. Okay, the choice to play it or not. But check this out. When you're playing Halo Reach, dude, you can go into a 4v4 or a 1v1 or 8 versus 8 or just any kind of free for all or just have fun with the team. But you can pick these abilities, right? So I'm sure you guys already know. You can pick sprint. You can pick invis. You can go invisible, which is awesome. The camouflage is kind of crazy. What else? We got the jetpack, right? Yep. And then what else is there? There's a
Armor
roll. I
lock.
remember there's a summer.
Armor lock.
Yep.
Yeah.
An armor lock. I know people are gonna get. Ooh, I know some of your backs and necks started getting all twitchy and shit when I said armor lock because people kind of hate armor lock, but armor lock's a great ability, especially if you know how to use it right. But Halo Reach, man, brought a whole new world after Halo 3. I've never thought that you'd be able to sprint in Halo. I didn't know they'd get there. I'm sure, of course, we thought they'd get there, but they weren't there in Halo 1 and Halo 2 and Halo 3. If you guys don't know, in those games, there were no, you could not run in that. That's what made, yes, and that's what a lot of people say that the just that ability alone, just being able to run, changed the game forever because everybody was at the same speed
Mm-hmm.
in Halo 1, Halo 2, and Halo 3. Very cool. The games were lined up. They were beautifully done, amazing, including the gameplay. Shout out to the Halo gameplay, changed my life. Best story, probably besides GTA, probably some of the best, and in Call of Duty Zombies, probably some of the best storytelling in video game history. And God of War. But yeah, Halo Reach literally freaked me out, changed my life. To bring up a couple game modes, you got Invasion, which is I think it was, I don't remember if Invasion was 6 versus 6 or 8 versus 8, but Invasion is Spartans versus elites, and you change sides and you attack bases and shit. It's amazing. What a good gameplay and good game type. Shout out to Halo 5 as well, coming out with Warzone and
Yep.
Warzone Assault.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was actually pretty cool. Them coming out with like the PVE aspect of it.
yeah.
I liked it at first, but then I realized it was kind of Destiny-ish, and
Yes.
I kind of went away from it because of that. I feel like Destiny,
Mhm.
I miss Bungie. 343 is doing great, but I miss Bungie because I feel like they used Halo Reach as kind of like a Destiny like launch pad more or less. So,
Definitely.
but talking about like different modes and everything, with the Xbox Series X coming out and Halo Infinite, I've heard like a little bit of rumbles about Halo possibly having like a battle royale mode.
A
Like,
VR, dude.
do you think Halo can
Mm.
succeed in the battle royale genre? Like, what would it need to make it successful?
See, and that I wonder, and let me ask your opinion on this. Does that freak you out at all?
So, it does and it doesn't because
Yeah, me
it's
too. I feel the
because
same way.
I feel like it could be good. You know, like some of the most fun I'm having right now. Like I am playing Reach and everything, but
Mhm.
some of the most fun I'm having right now is on Apex Legends. You know, it's a very I feel like it's a very balanced BR. It's I feel like the ranking system's very good, so I'm playing with players that are equal to my skill.
Mhm.
But it's like with Halo, I don't know how you would drop in and like do you drop in with a pistol with one clip? Do you drop in, you know, because it's like with the shields and the health and everything, it's kind of
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to
it's
determine
kind of
what to do.
different. I will say I did read a line from one of the 343 developers that said the only BR that we're worried about is the battle rifle. So I don't
Right.
know.
Yeah, they did say that. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
so I
sure
don't
that's
know if there's a
quoted.
battle royale going on. I do think for Infinite to be successful, we do need a couple things. I think we need like and a lot of this is personal preference, but I do think it would help the
Right.
game succeed. I think we need something like a Halo 2 or 3 ranking system. I think
Mhm.
ranks are very important. I
Yeah.
think we need some sort of battle pass that gives you like weapon skins, face masks, colors, certain little effects, like something like that. Just because like aesthetics is what a lot of people are into. I will pay
Mhm.
for a battle pass. 343, I'll do it. I don't care. I know you've released the Reach battle pass for free. I'll pay for one. Doesn't matter.
Right.
Like, you know, just
As long
give
as they give
people
it to them.
incentives and everything. Yeah, because I mean, you have the competitive people like us who, you know, I'm trying to get that 50, and then you got the
Mhm.
people that are out here that like I'm just trying to play my game and, you know, get some cool effects and all that stuff. It's,
Right.
you know, it is what it is. But I do think we need a good ranking system.
Mhm.
I don't think many people are worried about the story, although I'll play the story because I have on every
Yeah,
Halo. You know,
nobody's. Yeah, and what?
it's
Why did everybody fall off? In your opinion, did you play Halo 5 the story mode all the way through?
yeah. I've played them all.
Did you like it? Because I loved it. I thought it was cool.
Yeah. I thought it was good. I just think
I love the Prometheans. I thought they were sick.
nowadays games are all about like it's not about like, oh, I want to play this, I want to go on this journey and I want to like experience this. It's all about
Mhm.
I want to be better than him. It's all about like
Yeah,
I want to be better
I
than
want to
that
be the
person.
next. I
Exactly.
want to beat this dude's
It's
ass.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's all competitive stuff, which I
It's all
get,
like you
you
said. We
know,
need a
I get
skill.
it.
We need a rank a good
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
a better, like you said, Halo 2 and Halo 3
Mhm.
had really. Which one do you like better,
I
ranking system
to me
wise?
they're kind of similar. I mean, back in
Yeah,
the Halo 2 days, I was really learning about Halo, so I didn't get ranked up at all.
me too.
Halo 3 ranking system was beautiful. The only issue
Mhm.
was like the boosting, you know? It's like
Yeah, everybody
you know,
boosting.
people, but I mean, you it's like a give or take thing. Like if Halo, like, you know, Halo was ahead of its time. Like if it all would have came out like recently, like
Yeah,
Halo would be like one of the biggest esports ever. But it's like that
yeah,
ranking system. I really like the 1 to 50 type thing. I think it's good. I
yeah.
do like, you know, when Halo 5 how they went from like they went to the bronze, silver, gold, plat, diamond, onyx
Mhm.
champion type thing. You know, like that's cool too. I like the system like that. So if they want to do something like that, that works. I'm enjoying that on Apex right now. But we'll just see. I mean,
Yeah.
what do you want most out of Infinite? Like what are you looking for? Like what
I,
is gonna make Halo
I,
for you?
to be honest, I would love I don't mind a BR. Let's put it this way. If shout out to crazy, hey, shout out to the animals, baby. I see you guys in the chat. And if you guys are animals, if you guys aren't following my boy AyyPlus, man, make sure to do that on all social media
Links are
platforms.
in the
Uh,
description. So.
oh yeah, you already know, baby. But yeah, man. And this is really fun, by the way. Plus, just to interrupt it, man, this is so awesome. So but I don't mind a BR, man, but I just don't think that it would be nice if Halo didn't just focus all on the BR and Infinite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make it a side game or something, and have a BR mode. That's awesome. That's no problem with that at all. But I really can't wait to see the I now the I know everybody's really excited for we're getting and listen, I can't speak on anything because I haven't had anything. I don't like leaks, even though sometimes I peek at them. But I want the flood back.
Okay.
I need the flood, just in the gameplay, just for it to come back. That would be awesome.
Okay.
And then, but multiplayer wise, I'd like a mix of. It'd be fun to have. See, I don't know what to expect for the new Halo. I don't think anybody does when it comes to the multiplayer part. Now, I know everybody is really, really scared that Halo 4 is coming out again, multiplayer, which it's not going to happen, you guys. And I loved Halo 4. I thought it was just ahead of its time. Halo, like you said, these games are too ahead of their time. Even Halo ODST was off the chain. We were all just pissed off it didn't have multiplayer.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it did come with the DLC maps for Halo.
Yeah,
3,
DLC.
Which was good, but my only gripe with Halo 4 was the the lighting system they used. How everything was like kind of dark and shiny. Like
dark
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
It was either too dark or too bright.
Right, but no, I think Infinite is definitely going to pick up some steam. We have E3 coming up in about 6 months. We're gonna get some releases, some videos, some things like that. And I'm
hoping for a multiplayer trailer during E3. At least.
Me too. I like as much as
just a tiny bit.
I want to be skeptical and everything about it because I don't want to get.
And I want to wait.
Up. Like I really feel like this is like it's a fresh start. I mean, we're getting a new Xbox. It's going to be on PC. We're getting an entire new engine for the game. Like it's not just like they're just recycling things anymore. Like they are just making a new Halo. So
this is nuts.
Yeah, I really hope that we can keep up the steam with it. It's so anybody out there that's watching this, anybody that's into Halo, if you have the ability to make content, whether it's YouTube videos, Twitter clips, Twitch streams, Mixer streams, like anything like that, do it. Like help us keep this going. Like everything is community nowadays. Like the games that listen to their community, they prosper. Like we need to keep it going. So make that content. Speaking of content, we're gonna throw it over to Tanner real quick, and you guys can check out our Twitter clips of the Reach for Twitter clips of the week for Halo Reach.
Getting it started, capture the flag on the pit. Spartan manages to take down the flag carrier, finds himself a second enemy, looking for the double. There he goes, he gets with the BR, backs up, grabs himself the sniper rifle, a clean quick scope, and a flag reset. Spartan getting it done. Capture the flag now on Asylum. Eli X looking for a kill here. Hooray for the headshot. Pops his grape there. Now tries to find the second one. There's the beatdown double kill. Tries to find the no-scope for the triple. He finds it. Yes, he does. 1 round left in the chamber. Does he have enough? Yes, he does. He finds the overkill. Killing spree with the last round. Eli X, an absolute madman. Capture the flag now on Zealot. Hysteria looking for one. He finds it. A beautiful headshot there. He spots 2 down below. Picks up a second one. Picks up a third one there. A triple kill. All 3 headshots. Finds the 4th member. Now jumping to the sky. A no-scope. Overkill extermination. Now scanning his area. Picks up another one. 5 rounds. 5 headshots. Hysteria goes off.
God, that Hysteria clip is nasty. I can't believe he hit that. I don't know if he was on mouse and keyboard or controller, but like 5 shots. 5 headshots, 2 exterminations, just nasty. But that's about all the time we have today. I want to thank Nissan, aka King Filthy, for taking the time out of his day to come talk to us. Shout out to his sponsors, Floating Grip and Filthy Brand Clothing. Check out the descriptions in the link below. I'm pretty sure if Filthy has like some sort of code or something to get you guys anything off, I can put it on the screen right now. If not, whatever. But you can find all his links in the description or at the top of the screen here. And Filthy, why don't you tell people why they should come check out the zoo?
Cool, man. Yeah. Just real quick, man. Shout out to my boy Josh AyyPlus. I'm gonna keep it real. The OnMyX podcast, the whole sound of it, dude, it's completely sick. OnMyX, come on. I fucking love it because I'm always dead in Halo. But yeah, man. This was excellent. I loved it and I had a lot of fun. Hopefully, if you ever need some help and if you ever need another guest, man, feel free to invite me back, please.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, dude. Just shout out to the sponsors real quick. Yeah, man. Filthy Brand Clothing, guys. They're from overseas. They're actually a small group of entrepreneurs in Italy, man. They're almost a street group, dude. Very cool. So if you guys want to check them out, make sure to do that. I also have a Floating Grip. Floating Grip is ran by my homegirl Steph overseas, and if you guys want to change your game room or change your living room and hang your controllers or hang your consoles, even your computer stuff, you can hang it up on the wall and make it look like it's floating. It's actually
pretty
really
dope.
cool.
You can put like LEDs
Yeah.
behind it and stuff too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very, very nuts. But yeah, man, shout out to the sponsors. And then my major independent sponsor, shout out to Miss Lady J at Blended Crafts, man. She helps me make baby bibs and a couple of the other custom items for
her
the zoo,
Facebook
man.
page is also in the description, so check that out if you guys want.
Appreciate you, man. But yeah, AyyPlus, man, make sure to invite me back out, man, and let's keep Halo rolling, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yep.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for watching the first episode of OnMyX. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what guests you want, like who I should be talking to in the Halo community. And other than that, I'll
Made it.
Yeah.
Snipe down.
Hopefully we'll be able to get Brad on here. But until then, I'll see you guys on the next mission.